Yo, grace and peace, everybody. Grace, mercy, and peace be unto you from God our Father. Listen, it's a wonderful Saturday evening. I don't plan to be before you long at all. Um, Literally don't be planning to be before you long tonight. I just want to have a little bit of a dialogue, a little bit of a conversation as it pertains to some things that was just laid upon my heart today. So if you can, wherever you are, if you can, will you share this with someone? Tell them to come into the room and let's have just a little bit of quick dialogue for a little while. Our God is an awesome God. Truly, He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. So we are thankful. We are grateful. We are in a space of, gratitude, in a space of being excited about what is happening, what is going forth. I just want to talk for a little while about some things, especially when it pertains to the adjustment to your arrival. When it pertains to the adjustment to your arrival, I think a lot of times that we have entered into a space of thinking that we have to arrive so quick, that we got to arrive so fast, that we have to arrive in such a wonderful space that we miss out on the opportunity to be in a good space. We miss out on that opportunity. We miss out on the space to go into a good arena, a good life. Because we think that we are supposed to get there so quick, so fast, advancing and arriving at spaces that seem as though they have so many things to offer us. And tonight, I just want to talk about how you can arrive, the adjustment to your arrival. In many cases, what we do is we arrive at things so quick, so fast, and we get there, and then immediately we are operating in a space that we don't know how to maintain it. We don't know how to hold on to it. It can be easy to fumble on things that you think that you are going to stay within. It can be easy to fumble on things that you think that are going to be there always. And I need some of us tonight. I'm not going to wait for the audience to build up. If you can, you just share it to someone. This is not our typical time to come live. This is not our typical time to talk. But I do want to talk about some things tonight. I need you all to hear me from this space, that you can make adjustments. A lot of times we want to get there and we want to have everything in order and in place so quick, so fast, but we don't make the adjustments that are necessary for us to be well. We don't make the adjustments that are necessary for us to do well, to have better. And sometimes you have to make an adjustment. You're not going to get it the way that everyone else gets it. You're not going to arrive the same way that everyone else arrives. And that's okay. Sometimes you have to leave a space. You have to leave a setting that you thought was going to be comfortable for you. You have to leave a people that you think is going to be comfortable for you and move on to a bigger and a more ready and recipient space that can offer you more, that can give you more. And one of the most difficult things is to think that the segment or the space that you are connected to has the ability to be able to handle where you're going to go, that they have the ability to be able to handle what it is that you're going to produce, that they have the ability to be able to handle or to harbor even your failures. So sometimes we get connected to spaces that can't even do well with what we are dealing with. They struggle to be able to see us in a light after they have seen us in a space of failure. They struggle to see us in a light after they've seen us in a space that it's not as conducive or it's not as wonderful as they once thought it was going to be. And you've got to be careful of connections and people who will align themselves to you with the space or the mindset that they are going to get what they can get from you and then leave you as soon as they find out something that is opposite of that which they thought you were going to be. You got to be careful of going to spaces and trying to arrive with people who do not understand the value of where you're about to go. And oftentimes, I know that we hear me talk about the value, but this year in 2025, you got to be in settings, you got to be in spaces where people value you. If you are in spaces with people where they don't value you, you will find yourself in a space of frustration. You will find yourself in a space of stagnation because you are not valued. In any space that you are valued, you are willing to give more to. You're willing to pour more into it. You're willing to offer more into it because you feel as though you are valued. And when people do not value you, they will oftentimes drop you and or leave you, or they will not even try to pull you or try to help you to get to the next space or to get out of the frustration space that you're in. And tonight, I wanted to come live and just talk about you making adjustments. I wanted to come live and talk about you making necessary adjustments. Sometimes we have to make necessary changes. And guess what? Change is not always an easy space to be in. Change is not always an easy space to enjoy because when you become comfortable in where you are, when you become comfortable in what you're around, when you become comfortable in what you're connected to, it can become easy to stay there. And I need some of you to understand that just because it is easy for you to stay in that space does not mean that that is a space that is meant for you. Just because it is easy for you to draw information or to talk to people in that setting does not always mean that that is a space that is designed for you. A lot of us, we have to make the adjustments that are necessary for us to enjoy 2025. And making those adjustments will make us become better. And making those adjustments will make you become what it is that you know that you're destined to become. I know many of us, we look at ourselves and we can identify with the fact that I'm never supposed to be here. I was supposed to be in a much better space. I was supposed to be and moving better. I was supposed to be advancing into a new area, and I get that. That's wonderful. I understand where you're coming from, but the truth is, many of us are not prepared for where we're trying to go, and we haven't made necessary changes to be able to handle where it is that we're going to. Trey, man, I'm proud of you. Congratulations on your stuff, man. I'm proud of you. But I need us all to hear me tonight before we go into anything else, before I go into just a couple of things that I want to talk about. I want you to prepare yourself to make necessary changes. I want you to prepare yourself to make necessary adjustments. I want you to prepare yourself to make necessary movements to better. And that requires you to identify with some things that you may not want to identify with. What does it require you to identify with? It requires you to look at even yourself, do an evaluation of I didn't handle that properly, or I didn't take care of what was being given to me to make sure that I could adjust to the better things that were going to come. You can identify sometimes with the truth in your life that I didn't do everything well. And when you are identifying with that, it makes you more accessible or acceptable to be able to receive more and to get better or and to walk into better. I need you all to hear me as we're just having a little bit of a dialogue. I know this is not our typical night, but this was laid upon my heart today that some of us need to make some adjustments. We need to change our attitudes. We need to change how we look at things. Our perspectives are wrong. Our intentions are wrong. And many of you, you haven't seen the blessings of the Father because your intentions are not in the right space. Your heart's not in the right space. And I need you to make adjustments. I know that they did you wrong. I know that they mishandled you. I know that they dropped the ball on you. I know that they left you for dead. But you've got to make the necessary changes that I cannot wallow here and become frustrated at the fact that they did not see the value in who I was, that they did not accept me for what it is that I was called to do. If people are not seeing you at the level and at the magnitude of the greatness that you are going to walk into, that does not mean that you are not set apart. That does not mean that you are not going to experience it. That does not mean that you're not going to walk into it. I need you to identify with that. I need to make necessary changes. I need to make some necessary changes. I need to change the way that I look at things. I need to change the way that I advance in things. I need to change the way that I'm identifying with things. Because if I keep identifying with it the same way, if I keep looking at it the same way, if I keep having the same thoughts about it, I'm always going to be in the same place. Do you understand me tonight that some of you are still in the same place that many people left you? Some of you are still in the same dispensation or atmosphere because you have not changed your perception as to what you're looking at. I must change my vantage point. It's not that I'm not going to be successful. It's not that I'm not going to walk into greatness, but my perception is off. I'm looking at the fact that I had to deal with this struggle, that I had to deal with this pain, that I had to deal with this adversity. I'm looking at it wrong. And many of us, we blame the situation without understanding what the situation is producing. Say that again. We blame the situation without looking at the situation and what it's producing. Could it be that you're looking at the situation wrongly allowed you to stay there for too long? Could it be you looking at the situation wrongly allowed you to stay in that atmosphere for too long? When you change your look upon it, when you change your idea of it, you will begin to experience things. We're talking about making adjustments tonight. I'm making adjustments that because I want better for me, I want better for my family, I want better for my connections, I want better for my atmosphere, I want better for those who are with me, I want better for my church, I want better for my job, I want better for my friendships. I want better in that. So I must change my look upon it. You got to change it. You've got to change the way that you identify with things. I'm no longer getting frustrated at the fact that I have to deal with some stuff. I'm no longer getting frustrated at the fact that they didn't appreciate me. I'm no longer getting frustrated at the fact that I got to leave from here. I'm letting go of those things. I'm releasing myself of that bondage and that burden and that strain and that struggle because I'm not allowing it to become my place. I'm not allowing it to become the place where I desire, where I reside, where I lived at, because I'm not no longer having the mentality that I should have been here much faster. They should have appreciated me. So what that they didn't appreciate you? So what that they didn't take care of you? What are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do? What adjustments are you going to make? What changes? I'm going to pivot. What am I going to move towards? And I've got to change my look at things. I need you all to hear me. Today I have been looking at things differently while I was praying, while I was just having a day to relax. And what they said was going to be a snowstorm, but we have nothing outside. I had a day to just relax and to think. And while I was thinking about things, I began to think about the things that I didn't make adjustments quick enough on. I didn't make changes quick enough on. And it's okay to sometimes look yourself in the mirror and say, yeah, I didn't pivot when I should have pivoted. I saw what I saw in the situation. I knew what I knew in the situation. No one had to tell me anything different about the situation because I'm experiencing it and I'm willing to pivot. No one had to tell me that it wasn't going to work out for my betterment. No one had to tell me that that it wasn't going to work out for my good because I already experienced it. I am the one that is experiencing what I'm looking at. And I need to make sure that I don't stay here trying to rebuild, trying to restructure some things in a place where they don't even understand what it is that we're building. Does everybody hear me? I'm making necessary adjustments. I wish that you would, wherever you are, to type in the comments tonight that I'm making necessary adjustments. I'm making necessary adjustments. And if you haven't shared this, please share this with someone as we continue to just build through. This is not going to be one of our, typical things, but it's how we're going to build through the night. Share it with someone. I'm making necessary adjustments. I'm making the adjustments that are needed for me, that are needed for I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm making the necessary adjustments that are needed so that I can find success, that so that I can find what it is that everyone else has been seeing concerning me. Isn't it strange that we oftentimes get prophecies after prophecies? We get words after words. We hear people come with things that they are saying towards us, but we don't see it. We haven't seen it really manifest or come to pass yet. I want to say something, and I hope that you will hear my heart. That it's possible that you haven't made the necessary changes to walk into the prophecy that was given to you. It is possible that you haven't made the necessary adjustments so that I can walk into it and that I can receive what it is that I'm trying to get to. So while we're making adjustments, I've got a couple of things that I want to pull from this and just talk about tonight. The first thing that I want to tell you is many of you, while making the necessary adjustments, I need you to do the first thing. I need you to make a plan. I need everybody to type that tonight. I need you to make a plan. Make a plan. I need you to have a plan. I need you to have a goal. I need you to have something that you're trying to get accomplished. I need you to have that. I need to make a plan. And hear me, when you're making a plan, it needs to be something that is manageable, something that you can manage yourself in your plan and know that you want to be on stage with somebody grand or somebody mighty, or somebody that has stature. That's wonderful, but I need you to make a plan. How am I going to get to that? How am I going to arrive at that? And while I was sitting around and I was just, taking time to think, I began to think about what a plan is. A plan is a structure, is a thing that you put together so that you can follow it to find success. You know what I find? I find that many of us, we don't have a plan that's in place. We don't have a structure that's in place so that we can ever get to that. When you make a plan, I'm making something structural that I'm going to follow. And you know why many of us don't get it? Is because we don't make the plan and we don't stick to it. So you may have a plan, but you don't stick to it. You don't stick to it. You find yourself in an adverse moment and you change everything. You find yourself at a broken space and you change everything. You forget about everything that you were doing to plan out your success. The interesting dynamic of a plan is that you have to follow it in order to get to success. You have to follow it in order to get to that next place. And it has to be something that you are willing to do yourself. Now, when we make plans, I'm not making plans that involve everyone else because what happens when people leave me? What happens when people walk away from me? What happens when people don't identify with what I'm trying to get done? What happens then? What happens when I have a plan or a structure or a thing that I'm putting together, but they don't identify with it, so they get mad at what you're trying to plan, but they leave you? Do you just quit on it because people have walked away from you? When I make a plan, I'm making the plan that I can follow, that Samuel can follow, that Mary can follow, that Shanice can follow, that Jerome can follow, that Aura can follow, that Nicole can follow. I'm making a plan that I can follow. I'm not making it so that everyone else can go along with my plan. I'm making this plan because I believe in me. Here it is. Many of us, the reason why we don't stick to our plan is because we don't believe in ourselves enough to stick to it. When moments come that are looking the opposite of what we have planned out, we immediately forfeit on our plan because we don't have enough mental push or enough of enough will and passion to continue to go. So immediately when we find ourselves hitting a brick wall, when we find ourselves hitting an issue, immediately we begin to turn the other direction. I hit a wall, so this must not be the place. No, 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 that's not true. Because there are some things that you're going to hit a wall so that the Father can see how much you really desire to really keep going. I'm not worried about when I hit this issue, when I hit this place. I'm not worried about that because I know that this God that I serve told me that I can have what I desire, told me that I can achieve it. You know, one of the many reasons why I was ever successful in the sport of basketball whenever I would play was because I would remember that my mother would be in the stands and I would be at the free throw line after missing shot after shot. I would remember her screaming loud, "Sink 'em, baby, you know what to do." And that gave me enough push to keep going. I need some of you to find some people that when you have failed a couple of times, when you have found issues a couple of times, that they will remind you of the success that they know that is inside of you, that they will remind you of the thing that you have been called to accomplish, that they will remind you of what it is that they have seen you doing. I know that you are not there at the moment, but in your plan does not say if I get to this moment and I find failure, I quit. Your plan says when I get to this moment, I still keep going. Does everybody hear me? You need the push. But then secondly, I need you to hear this tonight. Secondly, what you must do is you must take care of yourself. Hear me. You must take care of yourself. This is just self application. This is not prophetic pop up. This is not the pursuit. This is just open dialogue between you and me tonight. This is just my healthy thoughts that I went through today while I was thinking, and I wanted to come live and to share it with you tonight. I need you to hear me. You need to take care of yourself. Take care of you. You know what taking care of you is? You know what taking care of you know what taking care of you is? Taking care of you is committing to physical activity. Maybe I need to get up in the morning and I don't need to worry about no one else. Maybe I need to take a walk. Maybe I need to take a walk in the morning. Maybe I need to take a journey. I need to go along this journey and I need to walk so that my mind is not so consumed with negativity. And in my walk, I find music that is going to encourage me. I find podcasts that are going to encourage me. I find things that are going to speak to my spirit. Does everybody hear me? This self-application that I find things that are going to push me. I'm not worried about if it's so big and grand for everyone else. I'm worried about what's going to speak to me. How is it going to help me? How is it going to align with what I am called to do? You got to find that. I admonish you wherever you are tonight. I admonish you to hear me. I need you to get up in the morning and spend time with yourself. No, sometimes we're tired. Sometimes we don't want to get up early, but I need you to get up early and take a little bit of a journey and a walk with yourself. I need to take some time to me and allow me to be better. Because if you're so busy promoting everyone else, if you're so busy taking care of everyone else, if you're so busy helping everyone else, but you're not willing to help you, you're going to die out. And one of the many reasons why some of us are at a space of stagnation is because we have been so guilty of helping everyone else, but we haven't spent time helping ourselves. It's okay to love you. I don't know who that's for tonight, but it's okay to love you. Take care of yourself. Commit to physical activity. Listen, make healthy habits a non-negotiable. Make healthy habits a non-negotiable. Is everyone hearing me? Make healthy habits a non-negotiable. Make healthy habits a non-negotiable. I eat well. I pray well. I spend time in silence and solitude. I spend time doing the best that I can do. I spend time loving me. I read. Come on. These are things that you can do that can further help you. Healthy habits are non negotiable. If you don't pray every single day, I admonish you to find some time to pray. Spend time with God. Have a little bit of a conversation. If you guys give me another 14 minutes, we'll be off of here tonight. We're not going for a long time. Make healthy habits a non negotiable. Listen, hear me. I know you might not want to hear this, but take some quiet time to clear your head. Because when you have jumbled thoughts, when you have so many things in your ear gate, when you have so many people who are speaking to you, but you don't have time to yourself, you will find yourself thinking about everything else, but never focusing on you. And there are some times that we have to focus on ourselves, not negatively impacting or saying that you can't focus on other people. No, no, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you can't spend time helping other people. I'm not saying that. But there's how to be a healthy habit in there where I'm not so busy helping everyone else that I fall flat on my face. Where I'm not so busy praying for everyone else that I don't spend time praying for me. All right? Thirdly, you must learn to try something new. Learn something new. Learn something new. Learn something new. Learn something new. I'm learning how to handle what I need to handle. Learn something new. Get this. Try something you've never done before. Try something you've never done before. You know what? You've never experienced a level of peace because maybe you're still doing it the same way. I'm still identifying with the same things. I'm still going in the same patterns, and you haven't released yourself of that. Learn something new. I must try something new. I must try something new. I don't want you to be in a space where you don't try something new for yourself. I get it. Everybody else wants you to do things a certain way. But when do you try something for yourself? I know you're so used to eating steak. But in this day, maybe I need to try this salad over here. Maybe I need to come out of eating Caesar, but maybe I need to try something different. Try French, ranch. Try something new. You don't know what it is that you like until you try it. You don't know what it is that you like for yourself until you try it. Am I helping you all tonight? You don't know how good it can be to you until you step out of your place of comfortability and try something different. Because what we often do in our culture is it's passed down from generation to generation. My family line always liked fried chicken. So why wouldn't I like fried chicken? You've never had baked chicken before. You've never had your chicken fondue. You've never had your chicken soufflé. You've never had your chicken a different way. How do you know what you like? Because you have been still doing it the same way. My family line likes frosted flakes. We get up every morning, we eat frosted flakes. Well, maybe you need to try Honey Nut Cheerios. You don't know what you like until you try it. Is everybody hearing me tonight? I hope that I'm helping you. I didn't get on here to have prophetic utterances tonight. I got on here for self application.
something that is life applicable to you, that you can take on tomorrow, that you can take on Monday, that you can take on Tuesday. Because we always look for prophetic words, but we don't look for application skills. How can I make it applicable to me? I know hickamashanda. I know shout. I know scream and holler. But do I know applicable things that can help me? Because we can be church good and life terrible. Because we can be church amazing and have terrible relationships. Because you need to learn how to find applicable things that can match to you. I never knew what I liked. I never knew what it is that I wanted until I tried it. You don't even know what spring water is versus tap. My family line likes Essentia, so I drank Essentia. Well, what about Fiji? You've never had it before. Come on. I want you to think about that tonight. I want you to take this moment and run through your mind and think about the fact that there are some things that I've got to look at differently. I don't know what it is that I truly like for me because I've only been operating in what everyone has told me that I should like. You should like that person because they match up to you. Well, no, no, no. Maybe John over here or maybe Sally Sue over here has something better for me. Life application. Maybe I'm not going to get it in my city. Maybe I need to try to travel. You don't know what it is that you like until you try something new. Is everybody hearing me tonight? I need you to try something new. If I didn't say anything else tonight that could be applicable to you, that is something that is life, that's an application to you, that is something that you can live in that. What's good for everyone else may be not good for me. What's wonderful for everybody else may not be what I need and what I desire. And guess what? That's okay. If I don't tell you anything else tonight, it's okay to be different. It's okay to come out of your comfort zone. I took today to literally stop and think. Good conversations with leadership, but I took time to think today. I need to make sure that what Samuel likes has been tried in other spaces. That is something that is good for me. I need you to take that and run with it tonight. Take a couple of seconds wherever you are, and I need you to think about that. I need you to think about that. When was the last time you went to a restaurant that you have never seen before and you said, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm not coming in here with judgmental taste buds because they didn't put enough salt in this, because they didn't put enough seasoning on this. Well, maybe you don't need that. When was the last time you drove through a city and you tried something different? When was the last time, get this, hear me. When was the last time you went to a new church? Because they don't shout on the 2 and 4. They don't speak in tongues with you consistently. I didn't say you had to join, but when was the last time you tried something different? You never know what could be there for you. And I need some of us, yes, I heard you, Lord. I need some of you to trust your instincts. God is speaking to you, telling you to try stuff, but because you think that it's predicated upon something else, you don't step out of your comfort zone. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. Have you ever been in a space where he told you, yeah, turn left, but where you needed to go was going right? You didn't like the detour. Try something new. All right, got to move on. Got a couple of more minutes with you all. I thank you all for joining, and if you shared this, I truly appreciate you. Um, Here's the next thing I need you to do. I need you to be grateful. Everybody type that in the comments. If you can, type it in capital letters. Be grateful. Be grateful. Oh my God, be grateful. I need you. We've passed Thanksgiving. We passed that. We've passed Christmas. We're in the new year. But I need you to be literally thankful, but also be grateful. Be grateful about something. Take a couple of seconds wherever you are. I need you to think about something that you are grateful for. Maybe you're grateful for your connection. Maybe you're grateful for people that are surrounding you. This is just life application tonight. I need you all to hear this. This is my self-proclaimed podcast moment with you all tonight. I need you to be grateful. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for life, health, and strength. That's wonderful. I got that. I'm grateful for the activities of my limbs. Wonderful. But what are you grateful for in your daily life? And guess what? It doesn't have to be a what, but it can be a who. Who am I grateful for? Because we all have that person that we can turn to, have conversation with, that will open our eyes to begin to see something differently. And I need to segue here and tell a couple of you that it's okay to have people who are not yes men in your life. You know, yes men, people that always say yes to everything that you say and or do. It's okay to not have yes men. It's okay to have somebody that disagrees with what it is that you're saying. Healthy dialogue requires you to have somebody that maybe disagrees with what you're saying. It's not that they don't believe in you, but they don't have the same thought pattern towards it. And that's okay. Many of us, we struggle to create healthy relationships and healthy friendships because when someone disagrees with you, you automatically push them away because they did not clap or they did not associate what it is with what you said. That's unhealthy. That's an unhealthy attachment to something that's never going to make you better. It's okay for someone to tell you no. It's okay for someone to tell you no. Is everybody hearing me? It's okay for somebody to tell you, I disagree with that. They're not saying that they don't believe in you. They're just saying to you that I disagree with what way you're trying to get it done. And it's perfectly fine. Now, there is a difference because there are people that disagree with you because they don't want you to ever arrive at the place where you leave them. There are people that disagree with you because they don't want you to ever move without them. Those are the people that you must be wary of because they don't want you to find success without them. Be careful of people who always attach your success to their voice, who always attach your movement to their pulling of you. No, no, no. I got here. I'm thankful for you being here, but it's not just because of you that I have arrived. Grandma Jean and them prayed for this, and I'm living in the prayers that she prayed. Auntie Ray prayed for me. Deacon George prayed for me. And it's okay to give credibility to people who are not even in your bloodline. Hear me. You got to be grateful. I'm grateful for proper connections and proper people who will make sure that Sam stays aligned. Not the prophet, not the overseer, not the apostle. No, no, no. Not even your pastor. Because I pastor some of you. No, no, no. I'm grateful for people that see Sam, that say, Sam, no, no, no. You're operating out of self in this moment. And you need people that will call you to the carpet to remind you that when your flesh starts to operate, when you start to operate out of your flesh, when you start to operate out of your own ignorance, because you are in your emotions, there's a segue. You've got to be careful of emotional people who have emotional responses to everything, who respond out of emotion all the time. Be careful of those. Some people, they have a negative approach to things because they're emotional. You don't need a word, you need a therapist. I thank God for mine. You don't need another prophecy, you need a couch. It's okay to have church and to have the couch. And there are some of us that are connected to people that don't want to go to the couch because they think that it's going to be a negative space towards them. I was one of them. Did not want to have conversation with a therapist, but it was needed because there are certain spaces that you can only share certain things with certain people. Hear me. Some of you, you've got to stop sharing everything with everybody. You got to stop sharing everything with everybody. Are you hearing me tonight? Be grateful. All right. Here's the next thing. We've got let's see. We've got 3 more and I'm done. Here's a good one. And I wish I could run. I wish I could scream, but we're in our nice conversational voice tonight and we're just having an open dialogue. Um you need to do something for others. Is it I think this might be a thing. Listen, I know my admin's about to be mad at me, but this Saturday night live teaching might be a thing. Shanice, you might be on to something. This might be a thing. Life applicable things with Sam. This might be a thing. I don't know. I'm thoroughly enjoying this moment. But do something for others. Do something for others. You must help out people, help out friends and or colleagues, and do something for someone else. Do something for others. You can't expect everything to be done for you. That's being spoiled, and you operate out of yourself. But you must do something for other people. You must do something for other people. Like I want everything to be done for me. I want all these great and wonderful things to come into alignment for me. And now I'm wondering, when was the last time you did something for James? When was the last time you did something for your neighbor? You might be staying next to someone that might be a little bit older. You could have taken the trash can down to the end of the street for them. When was the last time you did something like that for them? When was the last time you got up and you cooked and took it down to the homeless shelter? When was the last time you went in your closet and that stuff that you still got tags on, that stuff that you ain't never wore, you steady buying new things? When was the last time you went to your closet and you said, you know what? I'm going to go down here and I'm going to give this to someone else? When was the last time? When was the last time you did that? Because you got to remember, what I do for someone else, what I make happen for someone else, the Father says, I'll make that happen for you. Do unto others as what you want to be done for you. Give, and it shall be given. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, shall men give unto you. That's not just for offering. Yeah, I know we say offering scriptures at time that we want people to give. That's wonderful. But when was the last time you sowed a seed randomly? You got up and someone was on your mind and you just sent them a cash app. Thank you for making it through the day. Thank you for living through today. Thank you for continuing to keep going. Could it be that your helping of someone is the very thing that God has been looking toward to make sure that he can help you? I'll send a raven to come feed you, but not until you deliver my people. Sometimes you got to share your words. I've got to be in a space that I want to help people. All right. Last two things. You must avoid negativity. I could harbor here for a while, but I'm not going to harbor here because the last one is going to take up like my last 5 minutes. But I just want to tell you to avoid negativity. Avoid people who are negative. Avoid them. We've got to avoid negativity. If it brings negativity to me, and guess what? Not self-inflicted negativity. Like some of you that always think something is a negative thing. Like some of you that always thinks that people is out to get you, that it's always something that's in it. Yeah. No, 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 no. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that genuinely have a clean heart. But you don't want any negativity to get attached to you. Not stuff that you've created in your mind, but stuff that is really negative. I've got to avoid that. You will be the better when you avoid negativity. Everybody hearing me? You will be the better when you avoid negativity. When you avoid things that take you back to a mindset that you have been delivered from. When you avoid things that take you back to a capacity or a space that you have now been moved from. You got to avoid negativity. I'm avoiding this because what you don't know is if you keep pressing my buttons, you're going to get something that you did not even expect to receive. I'm avoiding negativity. Guess what? You have the right to protect your peace at any given cost. Life application tonight. You have you have the right to protect your peace. I'm not letting everybody come to my house. I'm not letting everybody be on my phone. I'm not even responding to every text message. I'm not doing that. I'm not responding to every inbox. Not doing it because I'm avoiding negativity. Because you know why? There are people that will bring their negative mindset or their negative connotations to you, drop their baggage on you, and then they go on free and you still carrying the weight. Nope. Devil is a liar. I'm avoiding negativity. If you're not on the same frequency in the pathway that I'm on, I'm avoiding you. If you're not trying to do better with yourself, I'm avoiding you. If you are too busy blaming everything else or creating things in your mind consistently that is not there, I'm avoiding you. Nah, not gonna do it. Not going to do it. I'm avoiding it. Because you know why? If I keep allowing these negative spaces to attach themselves to me, they will drain you. They will suck the very life out of you. They will pull from you. A leech will pull from you until you find where the leech is at. It will suck the blood out of you. And guess what? When you are drained, you don't want to eat. You don't want to move. You don't want to think. When you're drained, you want to sleep. I'm releasing y'all of that tonight. In life applications with Sam tonight, I'm releasing you of that. I'm releasing you of draining people. People that drain from you, that take life from you consistently. They want, but never give. Nope. I'm releasing you of that. People that have thoughts of negativity, every time you talk to them, they got some negative story. Every time you get on their social media page, it's something negative. Every time you are in conversation about something that is good, it's negative. I'm releasing you of that tonight. I'm letting you go from that. You are now going to avoid negativity. Everybody hearing me tonight? I'm avoiding it. I'm releasing you of that tonight. I'm letting you know that you don't have to stay in that place anymore. Some of you, you are so loyal to things that drain you because you don't want to have the stigma, or you don't want to have the space of people calling you a not loyal person or an unloyal person. You don't want people to go behind you and talk behind you and say things about you. You loyal to them, but they're not loyal to you. And guess what? That can be, whether that be in relationships, that can be in friendships, that can be even in your churches. Come on. You've got to find spaces that allow you to avoid negativity. All right, last thing, and we're done. Here is the major thing, and we're done. In life application tonight. I kind of like that. In life application. Um, you've got to stop making excuses. Amen, lights. You've got to stop making excuses. If I'm making the necessary adjustments, if I'm making the necessary adjustments for me to walk into success, for me to walk into favor, for me to walk into promises, making the necessary adjustments means that I've got to stop making excuses. I've got to stop making excuses. You make excuses for everything. It was their fault. It only happened because of them. No, no, no. You saw the warning signs. You saw the things that were there that could have saved you from having to deal with unnecessary trauma, unnecessary frustration, unnecessary bondage. Guess what? Unnecessary baggage. You got to stop making excuses. And guess what? Stop not just you making excuses for yourself, but you got to stop making excuses for them. Because when you excuse people's actions, it gives them credibility to do it again. Woo! When you excuse people's actions, it gives them credibility to do it again. Did everybody hear me? When you excuse people's actions, it gives them credibility to do it again. You wondering why they still do the same things or they treat you the same way? Because you made an excuse for them. And so in their mind, it's not as bad as what it already is. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Hmm. Fool me 3 times, I gotta be out of here. And in 2025, I'm not even letting them make it to the third time. If you have ulterior motives and they are negative, and you don't have, yes, you don't have any accountability, you don't want to take accountability for your actions, for the way that you handle things, I cannot be associated with you. Because accountability breeds success. Did everybody hear that? Because accountability breeds success. People who are accountable, you can find success somewhere that they are. You know why? Because accountable people follow the plan. Accountable people follow the structure. Accountable people follow the guideline because they're not doing it just to get the praise in the moment, but they're doing it because it's right. I'm not doing it so that everybody can clap for me. No, no, no. I'm not doing it because of that. I'm doing it because it's right. And in this season, right is right. There's no excuse for anything other than that. Right is right. If you're going to be negative, be it on yourself. Be it resolved. I don't have to deal with this anymore. If you're going to stay in that place and I did not offend you, I didn't do anything to you, but you don't want to have a conversation, stay in that place. But don't do it with me. And guess what? There are some people that have to take accountability for their actions toward you. They got to take accountability for how they mishandle you. You are not the problem in every situation. Hear me. I didn't say that you've never not been the problem. You are not the problem in every situation. There have been some situations that people have mishandled you. And guess what? You took the hit for it. You took the hit for it. You went home, you took the struggle, you took the pain with it because you didn't want to offend them. The devil's a liar. Nah, get somebody else to do it. That comes to an end tonight. If they wronged you, if they mishandled you, you don't have to excuse their actions. Until they're ready to be accountable for what they did, so long, bye bye. Everybody hear me? Until they're ready to be accountable for what it is that they did, I command my feet to let me leave. I'm good. I'm good. All right. We've been here long enough. Life application tonight was wonderful. I don't know how this is going to work out. I'm probably in trouble as we speak, but life application has been wonderful tonight. I need you all to take these applicable things that I have said to you tonight, and I need you to run with them. I need you to run with them. I need you to run with them. All right? We've had a wonderful time here tonight. There's been so many things that have been said tonight. And if people have missed it, they can go back and catch the replay. I don't know longer how long I will leave it up, but they can go back and catch the replay. But you that have been here tonight for all of this, I pray that this has done something for you. I pray that this life application has done something for you. I pray that it's done something for you. I need you to go back through these things. I need you to make a plan. I need you to take care of yourself. I need you to learn something new or try something new. I need you to become grateful. In all things, give thanks. I need you to be grateful. I need you to do something for someone else. Take this moment and hear it from me. Your virtual pastor, your internet pastor. Take this from me tonight. Do something for somebody else this week. Show love in some form for someone else. I need you to avoid negativity by any means. Do whatever you can to avoid it. If it's bringing negativity to you, you avoid it. And then I need you to stop making excuses. Stop making excuses for everyone else. Stop making excuses for you, You did it. You messed up. Be accountable, and let's do what we're gonna do. You got me? Everybody hear me tonight? All right. Listen, you can, if you so will, you can sow seed tonight at any form. Listen, we got two ways to sow it: Cash App and Zelle. We'll get all the other ones when we arrive at being big. But we got two different ways: Cash App and Zelle. You can sow your seed tonight. Um, take these nuggets and run with them. All right. I will see you all Monday night. Everybody say Monday night. Monday night is arriving quick. We come together. Everybody comes for the prophetic pop up. Prophetic pop up when we go into our prophecies and we share what the Lord has shared with us concerning you or concerning what it is that we're looking at. Monday night we will be together, and then Tuesday morning at 7 we will be together for prayer. Monday night, I need to let me just by way of announcements. We're taking up the offering right now, but by way of announcements, by way of announcements, I need you all to hear me. Monday night, Miracle Monday. Thank you. Miracle Monday will be at 8 o'clock. Everybody hear me. Miracle Monday, Monday night will be at 8 o'clock. It will not be at 9. I'm going to give you your hour back and we're going to try something different. Amen to God. My brother, the pastor, the doctor, I love you, man. World, man. I love you. Got to see you soon. Monday night, we're coming together for Miracle Monday at 8 o'clock. Tuesday at 7 a.m., we will pray together. We'll pray for the week. We will pray concerning some things. I need you. Is everybody still with me? I need you. If you have your prayer requests that you want me to pray concerning, please inbox me so that I can get those. Inbox me so that I can get those. Um, so that we can pray concerning those. Tuesday at 7 a.m. we'll pray. And then Thursday night, the pursuit. Last week, if you missed the pursuit, I listen. This week is going. We're going a little bit higher this week, and then um, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know. You guys may have just stumbled and got another day out of me. That Saturday night we might have life application with the prophet, the pastor, with Sam. We might have life application with Sam on Saturday night. If you would like for life application to come back um, this upcoming Saturday, I need you to throw some hearts up, flood the comments, and say that you'll be back with us, so that I can know. I want to make sure that it's something that you want to be a part of. I'm not just going to be up here wasting time, but I want to make sure that it's something that is good for you. Sometimes we can get so caught up in prophecy, preaching, shouting, that sometimes we just need life application. We just need a moment that we can have life application, some nuggets that can help us throughout the week that's coming up. All right. So I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to seeing you all. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday night at 8, Tuesday at 7, Thursday at 8:30, Thursday at 8:30, and then we'll see what happens on Saturday. I don't know yet, but if it's something that y'all want, I let the people speak. I mean, it's always let the prophet speak, but let the people speak. All right. I love you all. Thank you for joining us this evening. If you don't have somewhere to worship tomorrow, find somewhere to worship. Please find somewhere to go tomorrow. Um, we'll be having church here in Wilson, 4226B Williamson Road. That's in the city of Wilson. We'll have service here tomorrow at 11. But if wherever you are, find somewhere to go tomorrow. And if it's Bedside Baptist, guess what? You rolled over, you found somewhere to go. All right. Listen, sometimes you need to laugh, but if it's Bedside Baptist and you ain't going nowhere, guess what? I rolled over, I got out of my bed and I went to my TV and I cut it on and I put something on the TV. I went to worship. But if you can, uh, find you somewhere to go tomorrow. All right. I love you all. I look forward to seeing you all. Drop your seed in the ground tonight, whatever it may be. I try not to barter or get us into something crazy, but some of us we can do our stuff. We can sow our $15 or $20 seed towards this, and we'll go from there. All right. I love you all. Have a great and wonderful evening. Uh, I was not. You know what? I'm hopping off. I love y'all. Have a good evening.